as well. Hello, everybody. We are back. And let's see if we can go live on Amazon. It says it's waiting for the stream data.
Cool.
So while we're waiting for the stream...
Yeah, you can't keep a good stream down.
Can't keep a good stream down. Come on, we've got about 20 seconds. I think there's a bit of a lag, but go live. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
All right, so this is take 2. Let's hope it's going to work. And for those of you who have just joined us or weren't here for the last bit, it's take 2, and Nick was just telling me how he went to this prestigious school of cooking, and I'm thinking, yeah, you know, like there we go. What is it? What's it called?
The Raymond Blanc Cookery School.
The Raymond Blanc Cookery School.
Me.
So we're live on Mytimetv.Live. We're live on my personal profile, the Women in Business Amplified, and also inside the Women in Business Amplified community. And if we could figure out how to cross-post, we'd also be live on next page, but we'll figure that one out afterwards. The Amazon Live, we're also live there, and let's just pop a link in the comments because it would be great if you could come over. Actually, we're not live there, but come over and give this man a shout out on Amazon and give him a little follow. And we all like to support each other here with this type of thing. There's no competition. We're all here to help and support each other. And that's
one of the nicest things about the live streaming community is that everyone just really supports and shares each other's work. It is beautiful. It's
absolutely.
What, other industries could follow suit. It is amazing.
I think they definitely could. There's no competition. There's only collaboration, and there's a whole shit ton of fun. And did you know, shit ton is an actual unit of measurement. Well, in my books, it is. Now, what I'd like to do is let's talk turkey. Let's get this thing. Let's get this
turkey. Thrown. Oh my God! I've got the wrong ingredients. You've thrown me under the bus.
Turkey mince. We're having turkey Spag Bolg. Okay.
Now you tell me.
Oh, I've got a great recipe for turkey and cranberry meatballs, but that's another story for another time. We can keep going. Okay. Metric or imperial? I would say a shit ton is imperial, isn't it? Ton or is it ton? Ton or ton?
Yeah, you go for it, Ross. You cut to the chase. Get those questions in.
We would dearly love for you to pop over and say hi on Amazon Live. There's links in the comments there. If you go to Mytimetv.Live, you'll find us live over there on Amazon. And you'll find a little selection of things that you can purchase too. You can browse. There's little things we'll be recommending as we go. And next week, if Nick and I are still talking, we will be we plan to be live on Nick's channel. So watch this space because
God willing.
God willing, and the tech gods making it all work.
Yeah.
Now, we've got some chopping to do, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. Should we do some chopping and cooking?
How about you do some chopping? Well, it was funny because while Nick gets organised, are you like we can multitask? I'm just interested to see if you can multitask as a bloke.
Can I multitask? Can I?
Okay. Well, there is a direct link.
These are circulon frying pans.
Oh,
they're amazing.
That looks like a really heavy-duty, good quality one. I'm not showing you mine.
Yeah, no, actually, that's not circulon. Sorry, it's a granitized diamond pro. Very good. It is. Don't know what they make their non-stick out of, but it's the best one. I've never seen one better. So,
just gonna put a little.
Got my ingredients ready because I think we call it mise en place in the trade. That's means got your stuff ready. so
what's it mean?
Well, mise en place, everything in place, I think. So just everything.
Okay, I want you
Everything
to
is.
answer this question if you're watching. Can you read that, Nick?
No, I can't see the question. Is that on Amazon?
The question says, who thinks Nick is showing off?
Give a boy a camera
and a white jacket
and a
with a
white jacket.
prestigious school.
Yeah, if you didn't see earlier, this is my revenge on Adaire for wearing. Adaire rocked up with the most bright, gorgeous, colourful top, and I thought that's just to put me off. So I thought I better put mine on then. That was all. I just thought.
The gloves are off. The gloves are off. We've got Lisa. What is the link for the show on Amazon? And Ross wants to know if you've changed brand. Okay. Brigitte, how are you? Great to see you here.
Yay!
And I'm going to pop the link for Amazon back into the, here we go. It's popping this back into the news, into the timeline down here. Roz says she's found it. She had to go into my profile, and she's saying Stephen's here. Oh, Stephen's saying hello.
Hi, Stephen.
Hey. So, Stephen, you might be able to pop over to Nick's for a feed of Spag Bolg later.
yeah, got a Spag Bolg lunch. Although I have to tell everyone what happened last night. I said to Adaire last night when we were chatting about the show, and I said, "Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. Like, here's one that we prepared earlier, so that because obviously, can you really cook Spag Bolg in about an hour? Well, the amount of time we spend chatting, can you cook Spag Bolg in like 10 minutes? I think."
Oh my God, if you mean.
And so I made a beautiful one last night. Now, it was all looking good, and it was looking very good. But then I was watching the Olympics, and I was watching the ladies' triathlon going on. Very exciting, really, really cool stuff. And it got to about 11:30, and I got the munchies. So the only thing I really had to eat was the bolognese.
Hey,
So I ate it.
Some suspenseful music. No, that's Jaws. All right, what happened next, Nick?
I know. Right now, let me move the camera around. So, what about you, Adaire? I'm just browning my meat.
All right, well, I'm going to get my skates on too. Hang on, let's see if I can figure this out. No, that was wrong.
Yeah, I can't remember. Let me get the phone down. There we go.
Let's see if that works.
Pop that there a bit. That might be a bit better.
That will do.
So I've got my mince in the pan and just browning it away. And what I'll do, because I like to have fairly low fat meals, there's a lot of fat in mince. So what I do is I brown it off, renders the fat out, and then I just pour the fat away. I don't obviously I don't pour it down the sink. Perish the thought. That would be very naughty.
I've got I've got extra lean mint.
Extra lean.
Extra lean. Can you tell me, Nick, do you cook yours in butter or oil, or what do you use?
Sometimes I'll add a little bit of olive oil. While I'm just browning it off, I put nothing in it. It's just because I want to render that fat off, because I don't think I got extra lean. And actually, one thing, I don't know about you, Adaire, but sometimes when you get extra lean, a lot of the flavour, mince doesn't have a great deal of flavour in it, but what little flavour it does have is in the fat. So they want to try and
I'll just put some fat in there.
extract that out. But I reckon this must have been pretty lean as well, because there's not a lot coming out. But yeah, so just going to brown that off.
Well, Lisa's found us over at Amazon. Thank you for joining us over there, Lisa. And if you're watching us on anywhere on Facebook or YouTube or any one of the 50 channels of TV on demand that we are on, we'd love to see you over on Amazon Live.
Yeah.
So come on over.
That's what I mean about all this rubbishy stuff. That's what I want. I don't want that in my bolognese. Because
We're
I'm going
doing
to
it
put
a
my
bit
own.
differently. That's the whole
I've got my
idea
own
of
plate,
this.
but I
I
just need to
said
find
when
my.
we were setting this up, I said we're probably going to have a problem talking over each other, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay.
I can't see you on the screen.
You can't see me. I can see you.
Oh well,
You can see what you're
that's
doing.
because
I just wanted to
I
say
am
that
a professional
as
chef.
long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. Roz says she really likes watching other people cook because she can dream about being a good cook. She mostly cooks charcoal grade, and then she's saying nice browning, Nick. Well, I'm just going to do something completely different. I think I'm just browning the butter because I'm talking too much and not focusing. I'll end up going, all right, so I've got a bit of garlic here. And by the magic of television, here's one I did prepare earlier and didn't eat because it's all chopped up. We have this, the best laid plans come unstuck, don't they, Nick?
They do.
Right.
But now I can't see you, Adaire, but I just put my garlic in as well. I've got garlic crush. I don't take the peel off it. I just put the clove of garlic in straight in the crusher, and that's it.
Okay. I pre-crushed the garlic, and now that's cooking.
Oh, I can hear it. I can hear a lovely sizzle.
Lovely. Oh, you can smell it. The smell of butter and garlic and onion. I'm going to cook onions. I've got 1.5 big onions, roughly chopped, very
One and a
roughly
half
chopped.
big onions. How many are you cooking for?
Well, I'm $6 to a family of 8, and you have a lot of responsibility, and you actually can learn because there wasn't a lot of money around, and we learned to make a can of baked beans feed everybody for about a week. So we we did get very creative, and ever since then, when I cook, I tend to cook in big batches, which is a bit unfortunate when you live on a boat because Ross can smell the cooking, the smell of she likes the smell of garlic and onion.
Smell that
Well, I want you
garlic.
to imagine that wafting of the garlic and onion. Um, and she said she normally does the onion and garlic together first. I wonder if that's an Aussie thing. And she's never done the garlic after the browned mince. What is that?
Oh, no.
Are you drinking that or are you putting it in your
No, because it's Amazon Live, and we don't like to drink on Amazon Live. But no, I'm just a little bit of red wine. That's going to give the bolognese a bit more depth. Now I know.
beautiful.
Yeah, I've put quite a glug in, but then I'm going to burn it off. So,
All right. Well, you put your
but
glug in and burn it off. I'm gonna soften up these onions and get them to a point where they're just about transparent, and try and keep as many of them in the saucepan or fry pan as I can. And I'm going to say cheers with my kombucha. Now you might see I put a SCOBY kombucha up on Amazon. So this is homemade right here on my boat, and
oh, nice.
this one's a ginger one. And it's very, very nice. The ginger is home grown by my daughter, who lives about an hour's drive away. She's along the coast as well, but she lives at Redcliffe, and I'm at Red Banks. So this is a beautiful kombucha that's been homemade and brewed right here in my kitchen. I do have another brew here, which I'm wondering if I can just, I'll move some stuff and show you because it's like you were saying, Nick, with water and with gas. I had to go out and make sure that the gas was switched over to the full bottle. Otherwise, I'm going to run out halfway through. Water tanks are filled. That's a bit of a. It's a real interesting effort. Just the utilities, getting the utilities right and up and running. And in fact, we had Russell here working on the solar today, and I said, "Oh, I think I might put the Jenny on because it doesn't look like the batteries are charged quite enough." And he said he hasn't got to the point yet where we can plug it in, and I'm going, "Oh, that's not a good look." Like, so if I just go, everything goes, just keep going, Nick. Just know that I'll be out there going, well, I've got no power, so whatever. But
Yeah.
I've powered up as much as I can while we had sun on the roof of the solar panels, but we just need a couple more solar panels to be able to make the put a bit more power into the batteries when the sun's shining. So this over here, and I might move that and just pop that this way. I've got a water filter here, but behind the water filter is, this is my kombucha. Now, this is totally unplanned. You can tell that, can't you? This is a kombucha here. That's just about ready to have another be bottled up and have another ferment. My favourite is lemon and ginger. So if you drink kombucha, I'd love to know what your favourite flavour is. And I know that, Roz, you're a kombucha maker as well. And you can see here there's the glass beverage. I make it in the glass beverage container, like you see here. There's more containers there. And I also, those ones there that I'm just showing you there, they don't have the tap. I find having the tap is really useful. And then I put them in the swing top lids, the bottles with the swing top lids. Really, really nice, my favourite. So I'd love to know what your favourite is. Sharon, hi. Sharon's saying browning meat takes higher heat than onion and garlic. Roz is saying, is that your onion now? Have you put onion in? She wants to know your onion she can smell.
Oh yeah, that was And I used red onion because it's a little bit sweeter. So I've got all my I can't see you, Adaire, for some weird reason, but I've got all my ingredients in now. So the garlic went in, the red onion went in, very fine dice. The red wine, I put some tinned tomato in because I haven't got any fresh ones. Maybe one day I'll do. Actually, I'll tell you what. One day I'll do a beautiful tomato drink that actually is clear. It's like a tomato essence, and it's actually clear. It looks like water, but the flavour of tomato is spectacular. So yes, I've got that in. Got tomatoes in. Got some Italian herbs. I put dried herbs in, and the reason I put dried herbs in is because they're going to be a little bit more robust than fresh. So what I'll do is I'll finish it off. I don't want to give my secret away there, but I'll be finishing it off with some fresh basil, fresh basil and a bit of freshly grated parmesan.
You said the dried herbs have to be a little bit more robust. Or you use dried herbs. Do you prefer dried herbs or fresh herbs?
Oh no, I think fresh herbs to any dish at the end will transform it. Absolutely amazing. But because we're cooking this bolognese for quite a long time, hopefully, although it might not be so long on this episode, because it takes a bit more cooking, then they're more robust and they can take it. So I mean, you can use I mean, if I could have got some fresh rosemary and used that as well, but all the other herbs are dried, so that's fine. But I say I will finish it off with running some fresh basil through it as well. That always just perks something up. A bit of fresh lemon juice as well always transforms a dish at the end. It's just all about putting different layers on, and that gives it the depth. That's the thing. And also for bolognese, I used to have, my wife would tell you this. My wife, I used to have I thought it was pretty good taste wise, but it was always a little bit loose on the juice. I think the phrase was
loose on the juice.
Loose on the juice. So there's always a bit too much juice going around, and basically I just wasn't reducing it down enough. And when I actually realised how far I could take it down, that really intensified the flavour as well. So that made it really wow. So it pops in your mouth like a little piece of Italia.
What did it do? What did it do there?
It goes.
It was.
I mean, now, if I was just doing this for myself, I would be tasting this like a maniac.
Well, go on.
And double dipping.
We're all friends here.
No. I want to just taste a bit of the juice.
Right, we've got the Alex here who says, "Oh my God, of course, she's great." Alex is saying she loves passion fruit. I love the passion fruit kombucha too. And when I lived on the island, we had a passion fruit vine, and I would make the kombucha, and I'd just walk outside and pick passion fruit and put that in. It was just, that really, I love doing that, where it's really back to, pretty much nature there. And Brigette's saying fresh herbs at the end if you have some. So this is great. We've got some really good tips. Brigitte, I'm giving you my secrets now, but I put the fresh herbs in at the end as well. So
always at the end, always
at the end. And Gabriella's here. Hi, Gabriella. She's saying she loves fresh basil at the end, and I want to show off, but I don't have enough light or enough lead on my camera to share with over here. Right here.
Oh, you got your herb garden.
A little herb garden, and I've got fresh basil, which I'll be going and I'll be picking fresh basil and some oregano. But I did buy fresh thyme today, but I've got the other stuff in my herb garden. Gabriel made bolognese tonight too. Oh, wow. So I'd love to know what's different and what's the same. So,
nice one. Shall I tell my story about my sister-in-law?
In a moment, I just want to acknowledge some people here. Please let your friends know that we're live and get them to come over and give us their tips for making good bolognese. Alex is saying you can use kombucha in bolognese instead of wine, which I think is amazing. I never even thought of that. Thank you. Shout out to Alex. She's got Kinky Kombucha, which is she sells the scobies, and she also sells kombucha that she makes herself in her kitchen. She taught me how to make it, and I'm still using the SCOBY that she posted to me from Adelaide. It would be probably nearly 2 years ago now. So not the same SCOBY, growing new SCOBYs, and always she's such a good teacher, and it's just amazing how you can do this stuff when you really want to. It's amazing. Yeah. Now I'm just seeing if I can get back into the Amazon app. You tell I think there were some comments over there as well. So just
unfortunately, because of my broken Mac, I can't as you put them up on the screen.
Sharon's saying tomato paste and fresh basil, and Roz is going, you got to tell the secrets, which I think you might relate it to. And she's saying, I reckon the time to cook will depend on my power supply. That's true. Sharon's got a rosemary hedge outside. Sharon, where are you? Whereabouts are you? Rosemary hedge.
Lovely little fresh basil. Lovely.
Sharon's also saying celery and onion finely minced is a good addition. Oh, look at that, Mr. Showoff.
They should make this into a cologne.
I can smell it from here. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, I do like a little bush.
Ros wants to know how you broke your Mac.
How I broke my Mac.
Yeah.
Ross, it's a tragic tale. I was bringing my Mac down to the kitchen. I was having difficulty joining the stream. So I said, look, the easy thing will be I'll bring the Mac down and I'll just have my phone as the webcam, blah, blah, blah. And as I brought it into the kitchen, the front window fell off. I've never seen the inside of a Mac before. Very interesting. I'll post a picture later in the Facebook group. But yeah, I need a new Mac. I did try and put the screen back on, but obviously something's come detached and I have no idea what it is. But then luckily, having removed all my BeLive apps, it allowed me to join the stream and it was okay. So I wish I'd done that first.
Yeah. Okay, so Irene's here. Hello, honey. Great to see you. And Chris, Where are you, Chris? Chris has frozen herbs too and uses them when they're not fresh, when it doesn't have fresh ones. And Gabriella is saying a little bit of pancetta. Pancetta. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Pancetta.
Pancetta. A little bit
Yeah,
of pancetta. Gently fried before the mince. Oh, that sounds nice.
yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, that again, that would just add another layer of flavour. Absolutely.
Ross
That's a very good,
going,
very
oh my
good
God.
tip. I like that. Pancetta. I used to use a lot of that when I was living in Germany. Actually, there's some amazing pork products. And that's some,
I've got the secret ingredient, and I'm hoping that I put it in the. There we go. This is it. Vegeta. Do you use Vegeta when you cook?
Vegeta. What's Vegeta?
Oh, hang on, let me do that. Just put it up as a feature for on the Amazon. This is a vegetable stock. It's not a vegetable sock, it's a vegetable stock.
A vegetable sock.
It's, stock.
Stop.
So it's gourmet stock.
Oh, very nice.
Oh no! Irene says, "Can I join the cook-off in an
air fryer?" Oh, well, wow, guess what? Irene. That would be.
Well, I think you and Irene might be able to do that, but I'm going to have to bow out when it comes to ovens and anything that's over 500 watts or 1,000 watts.
Yeah, no, actually, I've seen Irene posting some great stuff about her air fryer. She was very happy when she got it. So that's really great, Irene. Actually, I think I might have to put that on my Amazon wish list as well, an air fryer, because they do look good.
I might put a bigger electric system on my wish list.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a house.
Yeah. Oh, a house. Well, it is
a house with a garden, Adaire, maybe.
I have a house with a garden. I actually have a better garden than I had when I lived in a house on land. So this is a couple of tablespoons of that, the Vegeta. And that is like really gives it a really nice flavour. But I've not been one to put wine in spaghetti bolognese, so no. That's not. I was too busy drinking.
That's coming down quite nicely. That now, a bit more like it.
Yes, yeah, Ross has been. And yours. Yeah,
getting there
well,
slowly.
I've used fresh tomatoes, and you said you've used tomato paste. I did grab some of this today. I probably won't use it, but it's a tube tomato paste, and I've got one here for Italian tomato and basil. And I thought, well, if I'm, sort of ever running a bit shy on the fresh stuff, that'll be a backup. But I don't know if I'd have a need to use something like that today.
Yeah. No. Actually, this is a thing. I talked earlier about this beautiful clear tomato juice that you can make. Because basically, one of the things you do is obviously you have to pulp up some fresh tomatoes, and so we drain them through a muslin cloth. We'll do this one week. But then, of course, you've got the tomato pulp, and that's still got a lot of flavour in it as well. And that would be ideal, again, for putting it into a bolognese, something like that, so you don't waste it. The way I was taught to use it actually was in a risotto. So having like a tomato-based risotto, which is very nice. All these Italian things, all these Italian recipes that we learn, they're also full of carbs.
There is something special about it. Irene's saying, I had an idea for a show. Can you air fry it? Kind of like, can you blend it? So anything. We'll have to, you know what? My partner Nigel, she's got an air fryer in his place. So if you want to do, Irene, if you want to do an air fryer cook-off.
Yeah. Let me know. Are we going to be air frying the latest iPhone and things like that, Irene? Right. Are you going to stick to food?
You can air fry your Mac. No, you can't use it.
Yeah, can you air fry your Mac? Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you had a sponsor to have you play with. I don't know about the smell. I think it'd be a bit interesting. Probably not the best health-wise for you. Alex is saying, love that I'm having so much fun. Oh, that's exactly right. It's got to be fun or it's not going to be done. And Roz is intrigued by the tomato juice that you're mentioning. So, and I am too, because it's like I've not ever heard of anything like that. But then, you know, I didn't get out much.
Well, no, it's just that tomato juice is actually clear. That's all. That's the thing.
Did
That's
not know that.
and the flavour is like super intense when you extract it. So yeah. Oh, look, we'll definitely do that because it's well worth doing, and it's one of those things that's like amaze your friends and family. Because you say, oh, here's a little drink I've knocked up, and they'll go, oh my god, it's because again you associate tomato juice with being red, so you just really don't expect tomato juice looking like a neat gin.
No. Well, I'm partial to tomato.
Yeah, you could put it in. Actually, I tell you, it would make a really cool. I've never done it, but I bet it would make a really cool Bloody Mary.
Except it won't be bloody because it will be clear.
Yeah, it'll just be called a Mary.
Roz wants to do a show called Can You Burn It?
Can you burn
it? She's the expert there. Totally cool. Lottie! Lottie! Oh my god! Come back to Facebook to watch us. Best giggles around the world.
Hey, Lottie!
You're a darling. Great to see you. How are you doing? And where are you now? Are you still? I don't know where. Lottie just floats around the place, and hard to keep up with where she is. But so
yeah, I think
Lottie's
in Ireland at the moment.
She's in Ireland. Right, okay.
Let us know. I think you're in Ireland.
Just going to pop our Amazon links in, so you'll see that coming up in the comments down there. Would love for you to pop over there and say hello, and give us. Oh, hang on, there we are, and give us a bit of love over there. And that was mine, and now I'm going to pop Nick's in as well. So we're live on my Amazon channel. We did try and do some fancy pants stuff with Switchboard, I believe it's called.
That's right. Yeah.
Not stopping the Olympics.
Yeah. Stephen. Yeah, Stephen. I'll stop it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll both get a gold medal for our Spag Bolgs, I reckon. When they make Spag Bolg cook-offs an Olympic sport.
That's it.
I think we're onto something. But what was the question? Switchboard. Yes, no. Stephen shares my pain. Because we love using Switchboard to then live stream to all the different places that we have, and other people's online properties as well. We can stream into other people's websites if they so choose. But for some weird reason, Switchboard is we're losing some bit rate. So when we use BeLive like you're using, and I love using BeLive, but then we have to use BeLive at a slightly lower broadcasting speed. So we use 720 as opposed to the full HD 1080 in order so the bit rate is okay. But for some reason, when we use that to go through Switchboard, that then drops it to below what is the requirement for Amazon. So it's really weird. We have to reduce the BeLive bit rate in order to live stream on Amazon, but then we have to somehow, when we do that and send it through Switchboard, we lose some bit rate, and it doesn't like it. But we're working on it. We're in touch with them, and there must be a reason and a way. So and then we can broadcast, because this will happen. We'll be able to broadcast this show on both our channels at the same time. Oh,
that's right. And then we can put our preferred products up, and if you want to have a look at from whichever channel that you want to have a look at, or just roll on over, which is cool. Brigetti's saying it's good, but I do have a bit of understanding.
It is Brigetti, isn't it? I was trying to do it when we were setting up this show last week, and I thought it was just me. I thought, it must be something I'm doing wrong. But then Stephen had the same issue over the weekend as well. So
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, we are on the cutting edge of live streaming. So you've got to expect these things.
Yeah, cutting edge.
And it doesn't stop us, so we just carry on anyway.
If you want to be on the cutting edge of live streaming of this technology, you really do have to have an attitude of, I don't mind making an idiot of myself and taking you down with me. It's just, and just having a bit of a laugh, because it can be just so, you know, I know that I always thought it's got to be perfect. It's, you know, everything's got to be perfect. And I think if we wait till then, if we wait till everything was perfect, Nick, you'd still have an intact computer for a start.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
we wouldn't be streaming. We just wouldn't do it.
No, exactly, and that's the thing, guys. You know, with my Mac attack earlier on,
Your Mac attack! Oh my god!
It was looking very iffy as to whether we'd actually, you know, this could have been just a Spag Bolg demonstration by Adaire, but we didn't stop. You know,
I was prepared. I didn't do all that shopping for nothing.
Yeah, I'll, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? Like, yeah, the Mac is rather important to me, but you know, I'll do that after the stream. You know, we needed to go live streaming. That's what we hit for. That is our reason.
And I learned that it's the new ways of cooking Spag Bolg. So I'm actually going to brown the meat soon. Now, Roz says, isn't the Mac attack to do with Macca's? Sad it was your computer. Yeah. So, do come on over if you're on anywhere but Amazon. Hello and welcome. Invite your friends. It's good. We're good for a laugh. You might even learn something, or you might even teach us something. You might even buy something. We've got a variety of different things that you can have a look at. We've got. I didn't put my. I need a new chopping board, so I put the cutting boards up here to buy. So if anyone buys them, I want to get one. This chopping board I've had for a long time. It's got a bit of a crack in it there, and I thought, would I get a bamboo one or would I get a wooden one? What do you, as a someone who's done some proper cooking, what's your preference for chopping boards? Is it plastic or wood or bamboo?
Yeah, I'm actually using plastic one at the moment. Yeah. But no, my preference is always wood.
Always wood?
Yeah, I just like.
Nothing to do with the fact your name's wood.
Well, yeah, there's a franchise there, I guess, somewhere, but.
Yeah.
No, I don't know whether it's true or not, but I remember reading, or might have just seen it on TV, that wood is a natural analgesic or something like that. So it does have properties that keep food that's chopped on it. Is probably completely rubbish, and I might be making it up. But I'm sure I read somewhere, or I saw it on TV. They said, "Oh, chopping board," because I was thinking, "Oh, you know, it's going to get bugs and stuff," but apparently it doesn't. And there's a very good reason why. But I just like it. And the other thing I like to do is I like to tap my knife.
And that's like I've got these tiny little, you know, paring knives. I did have some really nice. Oh yeah. I've got the. We go. Oh, have you put any pasta on?
We're doing pasta.
A pasta. Roz is saying she always uses wood. The plastic ones she uses for dog food. She said the same thing about wooden chopping boards, and it's also self-healing or something too. I'm just putting this. Pardon?
That wasn't just me.
There was just one person. I'm just putting the scan pan up there to feature this frying pan. I had a set. I've got one pot left of the set, so I'm in the process of repopulating my scan pan sets. These are my absolute favourites. What's your favourite, Nick?
What's my favourite?
You said you had your saucepan. What's your favourite? Do you have a favourite flavour or brand?
Yes, my favourite saucepan, is Circulon.
They're the ones that you had. So what are they?
Yeah, Circulon.
Okay, yeah. They look like they've got a really heavy base.
Yeah, they're not too bad. The thing is, there's two things. One is it's a really good base that transmits the heat equally all over. So there aren't any heat spots. There's not heat. It's not hot in any one place.
Yeah.
And also, the insides are non-stick. I've had these ones for years and years. And
I was going to say that they last a long time. I know the Scam Pan ones do. Like I said, my set are back in South Australia, but sometimes you've got to make some sacrifices. If they can be a little bit pricey, so I've just put another non-stick frying pan there if you're looking for something that's on a bit of a budget. That before you go completely out market, but yeah, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth the investment. You might be able to. A lot is saying it's never perfect, and that's the point of a live. And time to flick us up on the main screen via Apple TV. Woo! Go Live!
Oh wow!
There you go. We're taking over.
Now I'm wishing I'd shaved.
Me too. When my son was about 12 and he's going, I've got this like little bits of moustache. He was hanging out to get a moustache, and I said, "You'll never beat mine, son." So, but he has. We were announced last week, I think, that Brisbane's got the 2032 Olympics.
Yes.
So they're coming to town. So that's going to be interesting in 2032, in 10 years' time. Roz is saying,
I just hope we can go and visit. I have got family in Australia, so not that I need an excuse, but that certainly is an excuse.
Well, you don't need an excuse, no. Just come on down when you can. Ross says she's got an induction cooktop, so do they need to be magnetic based? Your saucepans.
Oh, sorry, what was her?
Ross says she's got an induction cooktop, and she wants to know if they need to be magnetic based.
If they're induction, I think they do, don't they? I'm not sure whether Circulon are.
That's the brand that you had, Circulon. And she said her fry pan is lasted years.
Yes, Roz, they are. It says dishwasher safe and induction suitable.
Oh, there you go. Right on the bottom. On the bottom. So now she's going to nick out and have her tea. All right. Wonder what you're having. Bet it's not Spag Bolg.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What pasta are you using, Nick? Just while we're talking about the pasta, we had a conversation about your keto diet. And I know you were looking at doing some keto cooking. So just do you want to share a bit about that? Not that I want to put you on the spot, but I do.
Yeah, no, of course. Yes, I mean I'm not like 100% keto, but I'm kind of like 90% keto. So I have lost. I spent last year, lockdown year, piling on the pounds, not doing much exercise.
I'll drink to that.
I was like a super chunky monkey just after. Oh, and I can see you. I was a super duper chunky monkey just after Christmas, and so I managed to lose a little bit of weight. But then one of my business coaches just happens to be an Ironman triathlete. When I say Ironman, he had a heart attack when he was 42. He's now 63. He has completed over 100 Ironman competitions.
Wow,
which is like insane. So needless to say, he's very much on a health spectrum. And so we were chatting about the business, and he was then said, business and health. And I was thinking, yeah, that's a good point. And he said to me, do you really want to lose weight? And I said, yeah, I do actually. I do, because actually I injured myself a couple of years ago training for a triathlon. So everything comes full circle, I think. And so he said, look, he said, just remove the big carbs. So take out pasta, rice, potatoes, bread. And I'm thinking, that's everything I eat. Like,
that's your diet.
You know, that would be, I would have toast in the morning, I'd have a sandwich for lunch, and, you know, I'd have a manwich, which meant 1.5 sandwiches. And then of course, I would either have a like pasta or rice based dinner as well. So not surprising, I was putting on so much weight. But anyway, so I took those carbs out and just started walking like for 30 minutes a day, and I have lost over 10 kilos in the last 10 weeks.
That's amazing, isn't it?
So I don't know what it is in kilos, but I've lost over 2 stone since January. Still got a couple to go, but the nice thing is it's without having to change my lifestyle particularly. I haven't been able to not go to the gym, not been pumping iron. I've not been going to any military boot camps or anything like that. It's just been natural. And it's, you know,
life's too short to do shit like that, I tell you.
The best bit of Adaire is I can still drink a little beer. I can still drink a little rum and coke. Yeah. I can still later on. I can still have a little glass.
Have a drop of red. Yeah.
So yes, that kind of makes it really good. But today, because I've not had carbs for a few days, I'm actually going to use spaghetti.
You're going to use spaghetti, and I've got some alternatives. I thought you were going to do courgette zucchini. Christina wants to know, can you get oil for wooden cutting boards, or should you? I'm going to defer that to you because you're the chef. You got the white coat on with the right fancy writing on.
Sorry. Yeah, I guess you can. But the point is, why would you? It should be something you don't need because they have this natural analgesic. You know, it should just be a matter of just washing your wooden cutting board down, and that's you know, and that's the thing. Like, you know, that's why people started going into plastic, wasn't it? So they could super wash them really hot and make sure they were super clean. That's why, you know, the wooden was like a bit. But that's when I read about wooden chopping boards being actually perfectly okay. So yeah, you shouldn't need it. I'm sure you can, but
yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit. Brigetti is saying yes, you need a magnetic base for an induction cooker, or you can get an adapter induction plate used between the cooker and the pot or pan. Thank you, Brigetti, for that. And she's going, that's amazing and well done. Not even quite sure what that is, but you can take that as as that. Okay. While we've been chatting away, I've just been over here on the chopping board, my non-oiled wooden chopping board. And I have been, I've got some fresh thyme, and I've just been taking that off the stems. So. What?
Nice. Fresh thyme.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me don't take it off the stems, but
no. I think that's brilliant. I love it. I wish I had some.
And I wrote an article for the Coochie Island News. I usually write for them each. Shout out to you, Rachel Crinks, she's the editor and owner of the Coochie Island News, which is our tiny little island newspaper. There's only about 750 people on the island. The newspaper's got quite a big readership. There's over 3,000 circulation which is significant for a little paper. And I do a regular column for the paper about life on the boat as a newbie boat owner. And the one that's coming out in August was 5 things you can do out the kitchen door. Well, 5 things that you can do out of the kitchen door of a boat that you couldn't or shouldn't do out of your kitchen door at home on land. And one of them was you can put your biodegradable veggie scraps straight out the door. In fact, I'll do that now.
I like that idea.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, my neighbours would be pretty cross if I did that.
Yeah. And yeah, there was others. I probably won't. You can go swimming out the kitchen door, and fishing. I did that. I had dropped a piece of halloumi on a hook and pulled in a brim. I didn't eat it because I thought, it was fun catching it. But then I thought, oh God, I've got to kill it and scale it and gut it and I bet you go. So.
Oh, Adaire, that was what I was telling you the other day. One of my best memories of being in Australia was going to the Sydney fish market, and I was transfixed by, I'm not sure what fish it was, but it was a large, big one. It looked too big to be a salmon, but big fish. And in a cartoon, when you take the fish, you take the meat off the fish, you've got a head on the tail. Well, this guy was, I was trying to say, this guy was doing, he's just holding it up. He was taking one fillet off, the other fillet off. And it was just like, and he was just getting through lots and lots and lots of fish, really fun. And it was just like, I was amazed. I could stay there forever. I mean, we spent an absolute fortune in there, but it was gorgeous. That was the first time I'd ever had barbecued baby octopus as well. They were just barbecuing them outside, and letting me taste them. It's like, wow, with a bit of salt and a bit of chili. There's a little dipping sauce as well.
That sounds nice. It actually sounds nice, but the thought of eating octopus, I've got this thing of like them coming out and go.
I have an octopus story for you. Well, my spaghetti.
Go on.
I was in the Seychelles, and I'd gone there I really wanted to learn to scuba dive, but on the flight, it was like a 10-hour flight from the UK, and I started getting these pains in my ears. And so when I landed, they said, "Oh, it's probably not a good idea to scuba dive then if you've got these ear problems."
So where were you headed?
This was in the Seychelles.
Oh, okay,
so,
yeah.
So I just went. There's a lovely big black guy called Michelle, which was a little bit weird. And he said, "Don't worry, Nick." He said, "He worked for the hotel." He said, "We've got some of the best snorkeling in the world." He said, "No problem." They took me snorkeling to these amazing places. And one day we're snorkeling along, and these two locals joined us, and they had like little spear things. And I'd seen them catch an octopus a couple of days before. And I said, "Oh, are they going to catch an octopus?" And they went, "No." So we just snorkeling along. We had a little float. And next thing, I'm getting tapped on the shoulder, and Michelle's pointing down. So I'm looking down. I'm like, all right. And there's a little octopus just half in, half out of this rock. And I'm looking. Next thing, Matey, the local, straight down with his spear, stabs the octopus right in front of me. Black ink. Whoof, whoof, whoof,
oh, no.
Everywhere. I'm thinking, wow. I said to Michelle, I said, "Is it dead?" He said, No. He said, "No, what happens is they have to twist it and make it dizzy to bring it up. And then they rip its heart out. And that's how they kill it." And I'm like, "Oh, blimey." So that's exactly what happens. So then they're twisting. Now, the octopus wasn't going to go quietly. So this is I was going to say this is about as far from me to you. I know that's like several thousand miles in reality, but literally from where my camera is, it was right in front of my eyes. And in fact, the octopus at one stage grabbed one of his tentacles around Michelle's arm. So pull it off, and anyway, cut a long story short, eventually they managed to rip the heart out and throw it away, and we had a dead octopus on our hands. And so I said, "Oh, you're going to take that home and eat it?" And they said, "No, probably not." And Michelle said, "Take it back to the hotel." And he said two things. He said, "One, we'll walk through past the pool, and if you carry it, everyone will think you've caught the octopus." He said, "We'll give it to the hotel chef, and he can make dinner for you." So I thought, "Oh, I've never had octopus before." Well, great idea. So there I was carrying the old octopus, and everyone, because it was like long things, so taller than me. And so getting these admiring glances, shall I say, from poolsiders. And they did. They cooked it, made this lovely dinner in the evening. I hate octopus. Really unpleasant. I didn't like it at all.
Really? Wow.
But I didn't have the heart to say that's horrible. So I ate it. And there was a lot of it. Because no one else is going No, Nick, you caught the octopus. It's all yours.
It's all yours, yeah, because everybody else hates it too. That's funny. All right, Lottie.
I have to say that was pretty scary.
It would be. So Lottie's saying she got the laptop going too. Heard the wooden boards better. Wooden boards are better for food hygiene years ago when she was living in Australia. Not that Australians bother too much about hygiene. No, that's all right. I'll let every other Australian speak for themselves. Lottie wants to know if either of us have ever used lamb mince for spaghetti bolognese. We just got to come up with a name for it.
No,
a better name than lamb bowl. Lamb bowl. Lamb bowl. It doesn't work. No. You're right, Lottie. It doesn't work. Roz is saying she didn't have spag bowl for tea. She had marinated chicken drumsticks. All right, well, there's another one. Nice. Lottie loves spotting octopus when out snorkeling. Too beautiful to do that. Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. If it had been my choice, Lottie, I wouldn't have let them do it, but they were just straight down there.
Yeah. She's saying if you're out diving and put your hands close, gentle next to them, they always reach out to shake hands.
Oh, yeah, well, now I feel really bad.
And you ate it, and it tasted bad. There's karma.
That is karma, yeah. I bet next time you can slap me.
Lottie's got a tip for us. Putting herbs in nice cube trays gives you small amounts you need without defrosting a whole lot. I think that's a great idea.
Brilliant. So welcome.
If you've just jumped in, there's Adaire Palmer and Nick Wood. Adaire, I'm here from Australia, and Nick is over in England, and we're cooking. We're doing a great spaghetti bolognese cook-off, and we're probably just about ready to wind it up. I don't know how much more you've got, but have you got pasta happening or?
Yeah, I got the pasta cooking. Or pasta.
Yeah, pasta's cooking. Well, I haven't even started there, so I'm going to. You had that big tub of basil. While you show me what you do with the basil, I'm going to let people know, because we talked about the keto diet that Nick was on, the sort of semi-keto, and I use, when I started eating more keto, I'm not a strict, like keto or die type kind of person. I still like, the odd bit of non-keto food. But I found this, and it's called the spaghetti, and it's made with a vegetable called konjac.
Oh, that's right. You remember you telling me, yeah.
Yeah, so this is made with konjac, and it says slightly different texture. Well, so quite a bit of a different texture to the normal spaghetti, but it acts the same, and it has no taste. So pasta, depends some of if you have some pasta might have a bit of taste, but this has no taste. And what I usually do, I've got a saucepan here, but what I usually do is, because it's so fine, you don't really even have to heat it up. But I'm going to put it in the saucepan and heat it up, and then you can plate it up like you do with normal spaghetti. So was that you beeping?
Yeah, that was me. That was just a timer on my pasta.
I'm just going. My heart just goes boom, 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 because I'm going. Is that my electric system just going to go and power down? Okay, so this is what it's like. Hang on, maybe I'll put it over here. You see that it's very, very much like spaghetti. Very much like spaghetti. So I'll pop that in the saucepan and heat it up. And because it doesn't taste, it's got no taste, so it just absorbs. So Roz is saying it's very white. It is very, very white, and let's just put a bit of heat in that. So how far off is your spaghetti? Are we plating up in a minute?
Oh yeah, I reckon about 2 minutes off. That's all.
Okay. Now you had that big pot of herbs with the basil.
My basil, yeah.
Your basil. Basil? So that was random, wasn't it? I'm going to go over. I'm going to pick some basil, and I want to know: do you chop it or do you tear it? Are you a chopper or a tearer?
Oh, basil. I'm a chopper.
You're a chopper.
I pick the leaves and then
Yep.
I chop them. And I always pick the little top nice ones.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to go and pick some leaves as well and chop them. I'm just nowhere near as polite as you are, Basil.
Yeah, hopefully I can show you this because so when you just pick the little top bits, they then grow back these lovely little tight. And I've had this basil. I think we bought it we just bought it in a shop, and it's like almost like it had like a sell by date on it or something like that. That said, you know, best consumed within a week or something. I've had it since May. Just keeps growing back.
Yeah, nice. So, well, I've just got a few of my basil as well. Just give it a bit of a rinse. Basil loves it. Right there with the where the sunshine is. It's like a little bit of a greenhouse effect for it. We won't hear Nick. Hey, 90 cents out of Nick now. He's shopping.
Yeah. This is where do I dare talk and chop at the same time?
Yeah. No, we don't want getting saucy fingers. Garlic nose saucy fingers.
We'll just do it a little rough chop. That's okay. Do a rough chop that. I'm just going to pop a little bit in now. Then I'll
Roz wants to know. Lottie's saying brown rice pasta in the house, beautiful nutty flavour, nice. I like brown rice.
Nice. Yeah.
Roz is saying, are the top bits of the basil sweeter?
No.
Yep, go on.
I think there's just more flavour in them. They're just nicer. They're they're just younger.
And Lottie's saying hard to find, but in Ireland down, and something about damn Brexit.
Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, Lottie, you were talking about using lamb mince. Have a lamb bowl, but of course lamb mince is perfect for, and it's very similar. Perfect for moussaka. And again, making that bolognese for the moussaka. Lamb mince. Just put more oregano in, so that's the dominant flavour, more Greek herbs, and then eggplant, aubergine, and again that is a beautiful dish. And then if you like, cooking, just make a white roux sauce, thicken it up with some egg yolks. That makes a lovely topping on it. And yeah, moussaka. In fact, I might do a moussaka in one of the shows. I know we were there because you haven't got another.
Yeah, but I got a view.
But you oh, you got a view.
I got a view. Well, we'll have to do it when it's not dark outside. But that might be a bit interesting to try and get that done. All right, so we've got
now, Adaire. Here's my question for you. Do you do your pasta and your bolognese? Do you plate it up separately, or do you mix it all through?
Oh no, I don't mix. I put it in separately. I put the pasta and then put the bolognese on top. What do you do?
I do that as well. Even though every Italian would tell you, no, you put the but every Italian will tell you to put the pasta into the sauce, da 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 da.
Well, the thing with this, every Italian will tell you this isn't real bolognese because it's not pasta, it's cognac, not cognac.
Yeah, that's true. And also, actually, I saw a recipe, and I don't know whether this is actually. Well, no, it's true. Yeah, an Italian recipe for bolognese, actually white wine and breadcrumbs as well, and milk and breadcrumbs and white wine.
Oh,
Crazy, but
really?
it was a little bit too complex for today, but it did work. The breadcrumbs and the milk is a thickening agent, and the white wine is just white wine. The Spartos make it red at the end anyway, so yeah.
Well, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
There's so many ways you can do this. I used to, you know, spaghetti bolognese for me used to be a tin of pasta sauce and cook up some pasta and, you know, maybe chuck some mince in, but I've got a little bit more discerning, I think. I am a real fan of this flat leaf or broadleaf continental parsley.
Oh, nice. Love a bit of pasta. Now, here's another little tip. So I've just drained my pasta. So I've kept a little bit of the water back.
Yep.
And because I took that bolognese down so much, I can pour a little bit of water back in there. And because that's really starchy water, that then thickens it and just gives it a lovely little sheen.
Oh, a sheeny bolognese. Well, I've taken Alex's advice, and she said you can use kombucha instead of wine. So let me see what's happening over here. Ross says that's what happens with our tomato plants, and I think that's what she's saying is when you take the tops off the tomatoes. I did harvest some tomatoes yesterday from my little greenhouse garden at the front of the boat, which was really great. That was fun. And Lottie says she's been looking to pick basil for weeks now. Apparently needs water every day. And that's from an Italian nonna.
Yeah, they take loads of water.
You can hear the knife action really clearly. Yeah. Oh, Lottie's saying we do fake moussaka with tons of zucchini, peppers, shrooms, and aubergine, which is the colour of paint, isn't it?
Nice.
Eggplant. Is that right?
Yeah. Eggplant, aubergine.
They back the veggies first. Lottie, you're gonna. I reckon there might be another cook-off happening.
We should have a
Ross
massive.
says she likes it both ways. It's food, so eat it. And she said she's had the sauce with breadcrumbs, wine, and milk, and she loves it. And Lottie's saying, mix it, bit in the bottom sauce, mix it, bit in the bottom, save sauce extra on top. Okay, and yum for the kombucha as part of the sauce, Rob was saying. And get Shaz in the mix as well. Oh my God, sizzle with Shaz. Sizzle with Shaz.
Dizzle with Shaz. Oh, I love it.
Sizzle with Shaz. She's got a series all planned. We just can't get her to get her face in front of the TV, in front of the camera. All right, so I'm going to. Are you plating up now? He's plating up.
God.
I don't stay at home.
Will it go to the plate before it goes in my stomach? That's the thing.
All right. Here we go. Cognac. That's a bug in there. Bit of protein. Turn that off. Ooh, I reckon we're coming to the end of the road here.
I suddenly realised I'd better get the proper plate out. So.
Oh, look at this. And the reason I don't mix, there's a couple of reasons I don't mix the spaghetti and the sauce together is, and the main reason for that is that it's if I wanted to freeze it, the cognac doesn't freeze very well. But
right, yeah.
Yeah, so you have it separately, and then it's like it's quite nice. But there we go, and then you can. I'm going to put some more. Oh, hang on, no, we've got to do the. I'm trying to be fancy pants. Roz is saying, wonder if Shaz is still watching. She can use her stomach as a plate. Oh my God, Roz. You are hilarious. Oh, we gotta love these people. So much fun. So much fun.
Oh,
Okay. Lottie,
little
making me
drizzle
so
of oil.
hungry, but not the bugs. Not Miss from Sydney. No, no. That's all right. It came out. I just noticed that since I've been growing the little herb garden, it just seems to attract a little bit of a few bugs here and there, but that's okay. Now, Parmesan cheese. Are you doing? Oh my God! Look at that. That's not working.
I think I'm nearly ready. Oh, I'll tell you, next week I'm going to get a fan in the kitchen. It's way too hot.
Look at you with your. Let's write down the thing around the side. I'm just going. Seriously, I lost it. I lost it with the cheese.
One of Debbie's best. The thing that Deb thinks is the best thing about me learning cooking and having the diploma in gourmet cooking and catering and going to cookery school was she said, I am so much tidier. I clean as I go, and the kitchen is spotless when you finish. So
there you go.
Do you think that was a better reason than the food?
Oh my God. Nifty grater. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely little microplaner. Beautiful.
All right, Roz is saying the plating up is gorgeous, and I'm sure she's talking about. I'm going to hide that one now because the fun is all over by the shouting. You need to hold it up. Got my mandatory piece of parsley on there. Come on, Nick. Bring it. Tidy afterwards. Hang on. Here we are. Wow.
And an added bit of that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That's very nice.
Oh, you've got rustic slices of cheese.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a fancy pants grater. It just kept falling apart. I'm going, what? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I like Parmesan, so. Well, thank you. I reckon we
smells amazing.
Oh, Lottie's saying Parmesan cheese unpasteurized, very good for gut biome. So when people say no dairy, we need some and variety for our gut health. We've lost with over processed food. Well, no, you're right. I try not to eat processed food. Roz is going, oh wow, and that would be at your plate, not mine.
No,
and
both.
Joanne, my lovely VA, shout out to you, amazing woman Joanne is, and thank you for jumping in. Nick, I reckon it's time to go and eat.
Oh yeah. What's it? That's the thing, is it might look good. I mean, it smells amazing, but what's it taste like?
Oh yes. Let's have a look. You see that? Really
Beautiful. That's the first bit of spaghetti I've had for a couple of months.
That's it. He's off the wagon. We did have this big long list of things that we could get people to judge us by, but that just went out the window because we're having too much fun. Nick, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to go and shoot some of this power and hope that I've got enough to get me through the night. Might just crawl into bed with my phone and just watch a little episode of whatever on Netflix and clean up in the morning. So thank you so much.
I'm going to go get my Mac fixed. I like to go and watch David live, hopefully, who's on how to fix your Mac.
Yes. Go and have the. Roz is saying, thank you so much for an amazing show. It was great. Thank you, Roz.
Oh,
I
thank
really
you, Roz.
appreciate
That was
you being
brilliant.
here.
Absolutely fantastic.
Roz, I always say she's omnipresent. Everywhere you go, Roz is there. It's amazing. And she's always supporting and she's always helping people. So shout out to you, Roz. Amazing. She does a daily card reading on Mytimetv.Live. So if you'd like to jump in every day at I think it's Roz, let us know what day is it, what time is it every day. She's without fail, we can set your clock by her. So there we go.
Adaire's plating. There you go, Adaire.
Yeah, she knows which side of bread's buttered. Sorry, mate. Well done. Yeah, and 8 o'clock Australian Central Time, Roz does a card reading over on Mytimetv.Live, and she's also on her. She does simulcasting over to her pages as well as my time. But yeah, Roz is saying thank you.
Thank you for watching us. I have to say, that's been so much fun.
I know, Adaire Bolg. This is great, and we'd like to do it again. So if you put in the comments if you would like a particular non-baked and non-air fried, something that you can cook on the stove, recipe done. Oh, you know what we should do, which would be totally illegal for a keto diet, and something that I haven't had for a long time, but I reckon it's a good old pommy fare, is golden syrup dumplings. Have you had it?
Golden syrup dumplings. Oh, I say.
No, yeah, I can feel my diabetes kicking in just thinking about it.
Yeah, dumplings, suet pudding.
Golden syrup dumplings. We used to have them as kids. It's like I said, eldest debate, and there wasn't a lot of money, so it was like flour and you make the dumplings, and then you make this syrup with the golden syrup and sugar, and it just is like I said, it's
just amazing for your teeth and waistline. Yeah.
Oh, I know, but so nice. You can feed
next week though,
with just one pot of it, and it only costs you a couple of dollars, but it tastes So
the thing is, though, Dad, we're going to be doing something next week that I've never cooked before, but I know you do, and that is pad thai.
Pad thai, keto pad thai. What I will do is I'll flick you my recipe, and you can have a look, because I do use. Don't tell me I've cleaned it up. Falling over here. I do use a variation of the konjac. So it's the wide noodle that you find in the pad thai, but it is still the konjac. So it's still not pasta. It is a pasta substitute, and it's really nice. I might have to pre-make some of that, because the sauce that I use is also a sauce that needs to have a blender to whiz it up. So I may not have enough juice in the boat to blend it. But
I can blend it here, yeah? Because I've got
you blend it there and then send it over.
I've got my scary Nutri Ninja blender.
I might have to get up my mortar and pestle, I think.
Actually, I've got a good one of those. That'd be good fun.
When all else fails, there are so many ways of doing things, and it just, you take away the mod cons, and there's so many ways to do things. But it's been an absolute pleasure. Did you have any final words you'd like to say?
Adaire, no, thank you. It's just been, this whole thing came about when I was live streaming last week, and Adaire was watching me, and she said, I want to do a cook-off. And I said, Adaire, I'm your man. So we just went and made it happen. I've had the best time. I've now got lunch ready, which is perfect. I mean, talk about do what you love and then eat it at the end. It's just
I know, right? I'm having a late dinner now, which is even good. So Roz is saying yummy to golden syrup dumplings. She even knows how to make them, so we might even get Roz involved as well.
Yeah, Roz, send me the recipe.
The can get up on the pommies. She said, but not. Stephen Healy saying not at Oh, Stephen cooks, but not at your level, because they're having a right conversation over here on Amazon. Don't worry about us. The Brits versus the Aussies. Yep, the Brits versus the Aussies, and she will use her Thermomix. Well, that lets me out as well.
Ooh,
anyway, Thermomix. Right. So we need someone with an air fryer for Irene, a Thermomix for Roz. I'll keep using my gas stove in the old fashioned way, and we'll see what transpires from there.
Absolutely. So yeah, so next week we're going to be over at my house.
We'll be at
Mytimetv.Live on Amazon. Hopefully we'll have had all the restreaming issues. Hopefully my Mac will be fixed as well. And we'll have all the restreaming, so we can carry on there as well. So but if it's not, then we'll just switch it from one to t'other. Perfect.
Yep. Great stuff. It's been a pleasure.
Been amazing, Adaire. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. See you, everybody. See you next week. Same time, same channel. Or same time, different channel. We'll talk about that. See ya.